Today's topic is how do we check the processes running on the terminal. The first command is ps. PS lists the processes which are running on the current terminal. So the terminal name is PTS6 process ID. Every process you have launched will have an ID, that's called the process ID, and the command which have been used. In order to see the processes running on other terminals by other users, we use the command ps-a. It lists the processes which are run by other people on their terminals. For example, there is another terminal which with the name 8, and this is the process ID, and there is a sleep command which is being run. Let's see. Next command is ps-aux. It gives who has launched the command, what is the process ID, what is the percentage usage, how much memory it is taking, when did it start, when did it run, what is the time taken, and what is the entire command. So this is how we get the complete information using ps-aux. The next command is kill. Kill is used to stop a process or kill a process. By default option is kill -15, which does a need process before killing the process ID. It makes sure that the data is saved, it's a clean ending. It makes sure everything is intact. We have another option called forced killing, where we give kill -9 and a process ID. This forces the kill. The data would not be saved, everything stops abruptly, and we terminate the process. So these are the two ways in which we can kill a process or stop a process. We shall see how do we execute a command at the background. For example, I want to execute this command sleep for 600 seconds in the background. When I press enter, a process ID is created. It shows that this particular process is running in the background, and this terminal would be technically free to perform any other steps. Now, if you want to see what are all the processes which are running in the background, we use the option jobs. Jobs tell us that this particular job is running in the background. If we have to move this job from background to foreground, so how do you do? So you have an option called foreground percentage followed by job ID. Now this has come to the foreground. Now you see the terminal is not free. How do we move this to the background again? Press Ctrl Z and move the same job ID using bg function to the background. Now again it has moved to the background. That's how we can execute multiple commands on one terminal using ampersand by moving them into the background, and using jobs to check what jobs are running in the background, and we use fg and bg to move the jobs from the foreground to the background. The next command which we see is nohup, means no hang up. Now once this is executed on the terminal, this command would be executed on the server if the internet goes off, if your power switches off, if you close the terminal and you shut down the system. This ensures that the command successfully gets executed on the terminal without any interruption. This is a very useful command which we keep using most of the times. Nohup, the command is preceded with a nohup and ends with the ampersand.